Hey everyone, ever watch someone do their job so well it actually calms you down? That's what we're here for today. We've tracked down the absolute masters, the people who treat an everyday task like a high art form. Forget chaos, get ready for perfect control, flawless timing, and the most satisfying moments you'll see all week. Let's dive in and feel that pure, deep breath satisfaction. You're watching a true craftsman here, not just a guy laying stones. He doesn't waste a single movement, turning a pile of loose rocks into a seamless, locked-in walkway. He's so fast and precise, it's like the pavers are being pulled to their perfect spots. Look at that surface, it's pure geometric harmony. You wouldn't think a machine this big could be so delicate. The operator is basically a surgeon, using the huge bucket to peel off the top layer of dirt with surgical accuracy. No mess, no uneven spots, just one long, clean, perfect scoop. He's turning heavy machinery into a fine art tool. Those plastic seats look totally ruined by the sun, right? Watch this. He uses a controlled flame to bring the color back to life. The heat resets the plastic, instantly erasing years of fading. He has to be quick though. 1 second too long and it melts. Total mastery of the torch. Her hands are flying. This isn't just speed, it's deep muscle memory. Every piece of dough is measured, filled, and sealed in the exact same way, dozens of times a minute. It's like watching a silent, fast motion dance. Imagine trying to keep up with that level of consistent perfection. You'd think he'd break every single one, but he doesn't. This veteran just trusts his technique and strength. He hurls heavy boxes of glass bottles high onto the shelf, and they land perfectly aligned, never crashing. That's the confidence of someone who has done this a million times. This is serious, dangerous work that requires perfect teamwork. 2 people tilting a giant vat of glowing 950-degree liquid metal. They have to pour at the exact same time to make sure the metal flows evenly into the fence mold. A flawless pour means a flawless, strong frame. Give this genius 20 seconds and a razor-sharp knife. He dissects a giant watermelon into perfect, ready-to-eat wedges with zero wasted fruit, moving with blinding speed. Every slice is identical, like it came off a food prep robot. It's mesmerizing to watch. Forget those tiny garden shears, this guy is using a power trimmer. He sculpts that massive shrub into a perfect velvety sphere. It looks so smooth and even, you just want to lie down on it. He's treating the hedge trimmer like a detail brush. Traffic is stopped because the road is flooding. The drain is totally blocked. This worker doesn't wait. He dives right into the dirty water. With his bare hands, he yanks out the blockage, and whoosh! The water instantly rushes down. The road is clear, simple, fast, and epic. She's giving this expensive car a brand new skin using vinyl wrap. She stretches, heats, and smooths the material over every curve, using her squeegee to push out every tiny air bubble. It looks like it was painted that way, a seamless, perfect new finish. Getting a house foundation perfectly level is critical. The worker walks backward, gliding a long, flat tool across the fresh concrete. It's a smooth, continuous motion that erases every imperfection. What's left is a mirror-flat plane that's ready for the house. Those foggy yellow headlights look awful and don't light the road well. He hits the plastic with acetone vapor, and the transformation is instant. The vapor chemically polishes the lens, making it crystal clear again. It's like watching years of grime simply vanish in a cloud of vapor. He's not fooling around with this massive sheet of glass. One decisive score with the cutter, a firm pressure, and crack. The glass snaps cleanly along the line with no jagged edges. It's pure confidence and expertise. No redos, just perfection. Little cracks in the road can turn into huge potholes later. They pour in a stream of hot black liquid asphalt to fill the gap. A worker immediately follows, using a tool to smooth and blend the patch until it's perfectly flush with the old surface. so clean. This pool is a disgusting, slimy swamp, a total nightmare. The professional pumps out the sludge and then goes in by hand, scraping and scrubbing every surface. He completely replaces the liner, and the pool becomes a sparkling oasis again. It's a true transformation. Construction foam expands and makes a giant mess for most people, but this builder uses his trowel like a sculptor's tool, shaping the foam into a precise geometric block. He handles the chaotic material with calm, clean precision, making a messy job look incredibly neat. A metal roof requires every piece to lock together perfectly to keep water out. This worker uses a specialized tool to crimp the seams shut. It's a rhythmic, powerful motion that guarantees a watertight, flawless barrier. The finished roof is a beautiful, straight series of parallel lines. This is the final coat of plaster, and it has to be absolutely perfect. The worker spreads the material with a wide steel trowel, using fluid, graceful strokes across the surface. With every pass, the wall becomes a smooth, creamy mirror. Zero ripples, zero effort, just pure zen. Before laying the next layer of mortar, the mason carefully scores the line. This simple, tiny move ensures that the new mortar is the exact right height and thickness for the brick that goes on top. It's the little detail that makes the whole wall structurally and visually perfect. During the harvest rush, you have to be fast but also gentle. This person's hands are moving with uncanny speed and lightness, sorting the strawberries by size and placing them in the basket. It's an amazing combination of efficiency and soft touch. Nothing gets bruised. Yikes, that car seat is caked with mud and grime. The pro sprays cleaner, scrubs hard, and then brings out the extractor. Watch the machine pull the black water out. It's gross, but so satisfying. The seat is left fresh, dry, and looking brand new. Imagine bending over thousands of times to plant seeds. Ouch! This clever farmer invented a simple tool to do the work standing up. He just steps on a lever, and the tool digs, drops the seed, and covers it in one smooth, back-saving movement. So smart, they need to move a giant, heavy stack of hay quickly. The loader operator uses his bucket to get under the center of gravity. With a practiced lift, the entire front section of hay cascades over in a single, unified, beautiful wave. A perfect, controlled movement. It all comes down to the touch. The dough is so delicate. The baker rolls the piece gently, making sure the layers stay defined. Then comes the final twist of the dough into that perfect crescent shape. That smile says it all. This flaky, buttery pastry is going to be perfection. This isn't just spray paint, it's a thick, cold plastic compound. The worker spreads it over the stencil with an iron steady hand, ensuring the material is perfectly thick and uniform. When he lifts the stencil, the zebra crossing lines are razor sharp. She walks right up to the massive bee cluster with no gloves, completely calm. She gently scoops and guides the bees into a new box with her hands. This takes an incredible amount of skill and trust with the insects. She's relocating a whole colony without chaos or harm. Old cork flooring can be impossible to remove cleanly. The pro uses a special heat gun to soften the old adhesive. He follows it with a flat scraper, and the floor material lifts up in one continuous giant sheet. Flawlessly clean removal. In the extreme heat of the glass workshop, he needs thin, precise glass rods. He uses a spinning tool to pull and stretch the molten glass out. The speed and tension are perfectly calibrated, creating long, thin, and perfectly consistent glass threads. Stop folding messy corners. This is origami-level gift wrapping. The worker uses incredible technique to make every fold crisp and clean. The wrapping paper looks iron, and every corner is a sharp 90 degrees. The final result is too perfect to tear open. He's turning a rustic, cracked piece of wood into an art piece. He pours bright, liquid epoxy into the crack, filling every void. A quick torch removes any tiny air bubbles, and BAM. The result is a perfectly clear, colorful river running through the wood. Someone put a hole right through the drywall. Disaster, right? Watch this worker use a wide knife to apply the spackle. One smooth, circular motion, and the hole vanishes instantly. The surface is immediately flat and ready to paint. Pure repair magic. In this bakery, the fresh dough needs to be perfectly portioned. The baker quickly slaps down the dough ball onto the counter. The resulting vibration and force cut it into identical pieces, ready for the oven. It's a fast, simple trick that guarantees uniformity. This warehouse worker is building a tower of plastic crates. They don't just drop them, they toss them up and into their perfect slot. Each crate lands with a soft click, aligning flush with the one below it. The stack rises quickly, straight and true, with zero wobbles. A massive wheel of cheese needs to be sliced into uniform wedges. A worker uses a huge, specialized wire cutter with a perfect arc. The wire glides through the cheese with zero resistance. Every wedge is perfectly equal, ready for the market. So smooth. Painting near the ceiling without taping is an art form. This painter holds the roller and brush with pinpoint steadiness. The roller stops exactly where the brush starts, forming a perfectly straight line against the wall. It's an unbelievable display of hand-eye coordination. The street has a long, ugly strip of thick mud and debris. The huge sweeper truck lowers its vacuum hose and moves forward. The hose sucks up the entire line of dirt in one continuous gulp. The transformation from filthy to clean is instant and deeply satisfying. Tomato plants grow high and need support to bear fruit. The farmer walks along the row, quickly looping a string around the vine. With a flick of the wrist, he secures the plant to the wire above, turning a droopy vine into a straight, proud column. In this bottling plant, a worker is checking for tiny defects. He grabs a handful of glass bottles and shakes them violently over a light. The way the light catches the moving glass is mesmerizing, and he spots any tiny flaw instantly. Controlled chaos. This huge piece of drilling equipment is rusty and covered in grime. A worker uses a powerful sandblaster to clean it off. The abrasive grit peels away the rust in bright, clean strips, revealing the perfectly smooth metal underneath. An instant glow-up. Forget complex machinery. This worker has the fastest hands in packaging. A flat paper bag is placed in front of her. With 4 rapid, precise folds, the bag is squared, creased, and perfect. It's done in about 2 seconds. You can't even follow the moves. A beautiful carpet has been ruined by a stubborn bleached stain. A specialist mixes a tiny amount of dye and applies it with a brush. He paints the color back into the damaged fibers, seamlessly matching the pattern and color. The spot completely disappears. They are harvesting bark from a newly felled tree. The worker uses a simple tool to make a clean cut along the trunk. Then, he peels off a huge, continuous sheet of bark, like unwrapping a giant roll of paper. No tearing, just clean separation. High up on a skyscraper, he's cleaning a massive pane of glass. The long squeegee glides down the glass with perfect pressure. One long, flawless vertical path leaves the glass totally clear. He finishes the bottom edge with a single, quick horizontal stroke. Crisp. In a small candy shop, every truffle is dipped by hand. The worker drops the sphere into the melted chocolate. With a delicate fork, she pulls it out and gives it a single perfect flick. The excess chocolate falls away, leaving a smooth, shiny coat. Driving a huge container truck is hard, but parking is a nightmare. This driver maneuvers the container into the narrowest possible slot. There are inches to spare on both sides, but the truck rolls in straight. It's a perfect demonstration of spatial awareness and precision. At the market, a huge mound of white rice needs to be weighed and displayed. The vendor uses a small scoop to pour the rice into a perfect, uniform cone. The grains tumble down the sides, maintaining the perfect pyramid shape. It's simple, humble, and completely satisfying to watch. A sheet of steel needs to be cut into long, precise strips. The operator lines it up on a massive hydraulic shear. With a heavy clank, the blade descends and cuts the metal with a razor-sharp, clean edge. No sparks, no mess, just clean work. On a scorching hot day, the road surface can crack and deteriorate. A special truck drives slowly, spraying a fine mist of water on the black asphalt. It cools the surface instantly, protecting it from damage. It's a simple, necessary action that looks like a perfectly controlled wave. A potter is preparing a lump of clay on the wheel. The clay is wobbly, but with a few fast, strong movements of his hands, he forces the lump into a perfectly centered, motionless dome. It's the critical first step that demands absolute symmetry. When installing a new vinyl pool liner, air bubbles are the enemy. Workers use a giant vacuum hose to suck the air from behind the liner. The vinyl is pulled taut against the pool wall, erasing every wrinkle instantly. It snaps into place, looking smooth and flawless. Before laying the tiles, the worker spreads the adhesive. He uses a notched trowel, raking it across the surface. This creates perfect, uniform ridges in the cement. This guarantees the correct amount of adhesive and even coverage, no voids. A craftsman is planing a piece of hardwood. With each smooth pass of the hand plane, a long, thin, continuous curl of wood comes off. The shaving is translucent and delicate, coiling perfectly on the floor. It's the beautiful, fragrant byproduct of clean work. This isn't your average fairground cotton candy. The vendor pulls the spun sugar from the machine and stretches it out into a giant, fluffy, cloud-like sheet. It's a huge, gentle process that makes the candy look light and endless. The concrete mixer needs to be cleaned out immediately after the pour. The driver turns the truck's drum, spraying water inside. The water and remaining cement spin into a perfect, mesmerizing spiral, cleaning the inside before it can harden. A carpet cleaner is using a powerful, hot water extractor. He pulls the nozzle back slowly across a high-traffic area. The dirty gray water is sucked up, and the carpet is instantly returned to its original bright color. The clean strip is a stunning contrast to the dirt around it. The stonemasons have finished laying the irregular stones. A worker follows with a small trowel, carefully scraping away excess mortar. He leaves the perfect amount behind, framing the natural beauty of the stones. It's a precise, final touch that makes the wall look impeccable. A craftsman is cutting a large, woven tatami mat for a room. He uses a specialized razor-sharp knife and a heavy straight edge. The knife slices through the dense weave in one long, crisp motion. The cut is perfect, and the fibers remain undamaged. This worker is applying strong adhesive to a large fabric panel. He uses a specialized roller with even pressure across the surface. The adhesive is spread uniformly from edge to edge, with no drips, pools, or uncovered spots. A machine-like consistency. A huge mirror is being installed into a wall frame. Two workers hold it, slowly lowering it into the recess. It must fit with millimeter precision into the space. The mirror slides down smoothly and settles perfectly, flush with the wall. A cheesemaker is separating the fresh curds from the whey. He uses a large paddle to gently cut and scoop the soft white mass. The curds stay in uniform, clean chunks ready to be pressed. It's a quiet, gentle process that respects the product. Wow. Seriously, that was pure visual therapy. If you made it this far, you are now officially an expert in perfect execution and the beautiful, quiet joy of a job well done. It really makes you appreciate the skill and dedication people bring to the things we use every day, from that flawless concrete foundation to the perfect slice of cheese. Which segment gave you the biggest rush of satisfaction? Was it the paver magician's speed, the drywall king's disappearing patch, or maybe the quiet calm of the bare-handed bee mover? Let us know in the comments below. We love reading which kind of perfection hits you the hardest. And hey, if this video brought you even just a little bit of zen today, do us a favor Hit that like button to show some appreciation for these incredible workers, and subscribe to the channel. We've got a whole lot more satisfying content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.